Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elisa. I am again in my car waiting for my kids. They went to go spend the night with my sister Molly. We had a wonderful Christmas, and Christmas Eve was held at our house. So there was probably a good 50 people in our house. And half of those people were children under the age of, I would say, 15. And then New Year's Eve was also at our house, which was pretty crazy. We're still sweeping up and vacuuming up all the confetti that was made for New Year's Eve. But today, I kind of wanted to hit on a different subject, and it is in regards to veganism. For the longest time, for about 6 years, I have been vegan myself, personally. I am the only person in my house that is vegan. I have some things in my house that I have personally that aren't vegan because I'm not going to throw them away. They are things that I had before I was vegan. Some people, I guess this is where I struggle, because some people would not consider me a vegan because this is why. And you can tell me if you agree with them. And if that's so, then maybe I should stop saying that I'm vegan, I suppose. So I am the only one in my house that is a vegan. I am a mom of 5 kids and a husband that don't want to be vegan. And I made my choice about 6 years ago. I personally don't eat meat. There's been times where I thought something was, I guess, vegan or plant-based, and I ate it and found out it had like an egg in it, or it said may contain milk or something like that. But I've never cautiously taken a chicken leg and eaten a chicken. But I do still buy these things for my family. I make hamburgers for them. I make, spaghetti. I make lasagna. I make chicken and noodles and mashed potatoes for my kids. And I don't know. I don't know what you consider me. And if I am only considered a plant-based person, because even like my makeup that I wear and stuff is not tested on animals. But then again, some of the shampoos and stuff that I have are like Pantene or things like that. So I guess I can't consider myself a vegan anymore, when this whole time I thought I was. And I've been watching all these other people say that if you're doing these certain things, then you can't consider yourself a vegan. And I thought I was. And I apologize to anyone out there who is vegan. And I know veganism is an ethical thing. And I understand that to a T. And I have watched all the videos in regards to this, and I totally agree with it. I have a hard time because like I said, I have other kids and people in my household that don't have the same beliefs that I do. And therefore, I still buy these things for them, and they still consume meat and dairy, cheese, products. So I don't know what I'm considered, because you can't be half vegan. I know that. And I understand that. I understand everything about it. So I guess I'm not vegan, although I guess I am plant-based, and I personally believe in the ethical reasons of why people are vegan, because I don't want to harm animals. I grew up on a farm my whole life, so I saw what was done. We butchered 200 chickens every summer, and to watch that is so disgusting. Number one, I don't like birds, but it was gross. I was in 4-H, and I had a little pet, a goat Bambi, or no, actually his name was Andy. I did have a pet goat named Bambi, but I had a goat named Andy that I took to 4-H fair, and here I am walking him around. I got champion, by the way, at the 4-H fair that year on my goat, but this guy, they're auctioning the animals off, and he bought my goat. And I knew what was going to happen to him. So I'm like crying and bawling and not wanting to give my goat to him, even though he already paid me the $150 for my goat. And this guy was so kind, because he was like, at first he was like, you know, I'm going to take the goat home and he's going to be a pet for my family. My little girls are going to love him and da-da-da. And I'm like, whatever. I wasn't born yesterday. I've seen what happens to all these animals. And so he was so nice. He let me keep my money and my goat. But the next year, my dad was like, you have to sell your goat. We're not keeping this. This is why we do this, is so to make money and they can become food. And the next year I ended up selling Andy. But I remember those things being very traumatic for me as a kid, and I hated it. And even though I ate those things growing up, I still just, I don't know, it just made me so sad that these poor little animals had to go through all this stuff when he was so cute. Andy was such a cute little goat. He was so cute. Anyway, so I will be a plant-based, I guess, is what you want to call me now, mother to the infant. If I get pregnant through this IVF journey, which I'm praying I do, I will live a plant-based pregnancy, I guess. So, yeah. So I guess I am not vegan, even though I feel like a vegan and I feel like I do these things for the right reasons. And I don't agree with torturing animals, and because I can imagine, like, even like the milk industry and stuff like that, when the baby cows are taken away from their mothers and you can hear them crying. And if people say that that mother cow has no emotion or feeling, they're lying to themselves, because when you hear that and when you see that, my heart just goes out to those little mothers. I couldn't imagine someone stealing my baby away from me just for them to have their own gratification from it. And that's just, it's heartbreaking to watch that. I mean, I would never want that done to me. I wouldn't want that done to anyone else. And I honestly believe that they do have feelings. I feel like, I mean, I've seen it. Like I said, I raised a goat, and this goat knew that I loved him. And I could feel that. I could feel that between us. All the dogs and cats I've raised in my life, you could tell, like, they have feelings. You know, our little dog now, Hershey, if he gets in trouble, you can see his little head hang down low, and he'll put his little tail between his leg, or he'll go hide because he knew he did something wrong. Other animals feel the same thing. So, anyway, I just wanted to make that clear. But through this journey, you will see that I'm only going to be eating a plant-based diet. And I would like to raise my child to be that way, even though my other ones are not. There are some meals that they eat predominantly vegan or plant-based, I'm sorry. And they don't even know it. If I make pasta sometimes, I'll add other vegetables to the sauce and grind it up in my blender and put it in the pasta sauce. They don't even know. And they don't even know there's no meat in it sometimes, or whatever. But anyways, that is today's video. If you like my channel, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know. If you are in this situation, let me know. I'm curious if anybody else is the only person in their family that eats this way, and I don't know, feels some kind of, I do feel a little bit of guilt, you know, saying that I'm vegan, but then I go out and buy these things for my family. But I also believe that everybody is on their own path, because if someone would have made me be this way 6 years ago, I probably would have fought it all the way. So, or if my parents, I don't know. I think if my kids would have started off this way and being raised, it'd be different. But since they're grown and they can make decisions for themselves on certain things, I feel like this is the decision that they need to make on their own. And everyone is on their own path. And I'm a very non-judgmental person, so I don't judge anybody for the choices that they make. That is on them. But I do, you know, have to make choices for my family. And so this is the choice that I have decided to make. And I just hope it's the right one. You know, being a parent is hard, and not always knowing what to do is hard also. So thank you guys again for watching my channel. I will talk to you soon. Oh, also, one more thing. Sorry. Today is day 1 with IVF. And I'm supposed to be getting my prescription for my birth control called in today. I am waiting very patiently and haven't heard anything from the fertility doctors yet today. So I'm feeling a little frustrated. It is already 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I guess we'll see. All right, I will talk to you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye.